Ethan Payne, known to millions as Behzinga, once stood on the edge of darkness so consuming it nearly silenced him forever.
In your head, you've now whittled yourself down to meaning nothing. You don't really find any reason to be knocking about anymore. And I'd sort of convinced myself that now was the perfect time to just make myself disappear.
A father who left before he was born, a stepfather who abandoned him at 13, and a mother who battled cancer while trying to hold their fragile world together.
As a teenager, it became apparent to Ethan that he had been abandoned twice and realised that a lot of our life was a lie.
One night, after numbing himself with alcohol, he drove towards a bridge, ready to end his pain. Sensing the unbearable weight he carried, his then-girlfriend called his closest friends.
And I remember Ethan's girlfriend at the time knocking on my flat door, and she was crying. I was like, yo, what's going on? What's going on? This is at like 4 a.m. in the morning. And she's telling me that Ethan's not in a good state and he's gone out.
Ethan, broken and sobbing, couldn't go through with it and chose to ask for help. Tobi Brown and the others rallied around him, desperate to keep him from slipping away.
That was a very, very scary period for me because I didn't know if I was going to see my friend again, really.
It was a painful but necessary awakening that life, even when unbearable, still held something worth fighting for.
Couldn't you imagine everyone that does actually care about me if I did do that? And I pulled over and I was like, I'm going home.
Through sheer determination, he transformed his body and mind, shedding 36 kilograms and fighting to reclaim his life. Now, he shares his story with raw honesty, speaking to those who feel they have nowhere to run.
I encourage people, I said it today on my stories, even the last couple of days I've had like a little bit of a back and forth in my own head anyway. Everything can get better. It might even just be going out in the sun today or whatever, it might flip your whole shit around. Even you might be in the maddest situations where you're like, this. I don't want to be it anymore. Trust me, stuff gets better, and I know, touch wood, I'm this guy that's, you've got this around you. Listen, not everything's materialistic, bro. Not everything's materialistic. It doesn't matter about what you have and what you earn, whatever. It does not matter.
But sadly, for Simon Minter, known to millions as Miniminter, recently opened up about the heartbreaking loss of a young fan named George, who had been fighting a relentless battle with cancer.
Is there a specific? There was one. There's a boy called George who
George wasn't just any fan. He was a shining light in the Sidemen community. His courage and spirit touched Simon and the group deeply, creating a bond that transcended the usual distance between influencers and their fans. The news of George's passing shattered Simon, leaving him visibly emotional as he spoke about the profound impact the young boy had on his life. Simon reflected on the moments they shared, the inspiration George provided, and the cruel reality of losing someone so young and full of hope. For Simon, this wasn't just a loss of a fan, it was a loss of someone who had become part of his world in a deeply personal way.
Man, yeah, it's so hard doing or meeting these kids, man. Oh, bro. You know, I do it just because, you know, it makes their day, you know, it makes them remember that moment, and it's just dope for them. But it sucks, man, because I think for me, especially whenever you get the message of them passing away or of them not being around anymore, or that, yeah, it's just hard.
The Christmas of 2018 marked a turbulent moment between KSI and his younger brother Deji. What should have been a time of family and unity turned into a public fallout when Deji asked KSI to leave their parents' home after claiming KSI had threatened to damage his computer during an argument.
So the situation of me kicking my brother out on Christmas has been taken out of context incredibly. So my brother and I, when I was in LA, we agreed to talk, but my brother, he didn't come to talk, he came to fight. Instead of coming to talk, he threatened to smash my computer. I locked myself in my office just so he couldn't do so. As I locked myself in my office, he threatened to smash the door, saying he will smash the door down. Obviously my parents stopping him. For the safety of my parents and due to his behavior, I asked him if he could leave my house or I'll call the police.
For KSI, being told to leave on Christmas felt like a deeply personal rejection, and for Deji, the weight of their strained relationship seemed unbearable. The fallout was raw and public, with both brothers sharing their hurt in tweets and videos. Deji spoke of feeling unsupported and overwhelmed by the flood of hate he received, even confessing that he struggled with dark thoughts during that time.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. I've been going through some f***ed up mental health shit. Really f***ed up mental health shit. And the fact that you're just, carrying on with your life, not giving a shit, really fucking annoys me.
KSI expressed frustration and pain, struggling with the challenge of reconciling their personal issues while under public scrutiny.
I already know this is a lose-lose situation. There is no winning, only losing, especially on my end. I have made plenty of efforts to try and sort this situation out privately, but, well, I guess that's just not happening anymore.
The feud, filled with diss tracks and emotional outbursts, was eventually resolved through time and reflection.
I mean, he's a king. What more can I really say? He's a king. Now, this is his moment. I don't want to steal this, sorry.
No. This is our moment, bro. This is our moment.
Joshua Josh Bradley, known online as Zerkaa, has been open about his struggles with mental health during the early years of the Sidemen's rise to fame.
One thing that nobody knows about you. One thing.
Nobody, though?
Nobody. You're revealing a secret to the world for the first time. Exclusive premiere. I suffer from crippling anxiety. I sometimes have panic attacks in the shower because of fear of death.
In the Netflix documentary The Sidemen Story, Josh candidly discussed experiencing crippling anxiety, which led to panic attacks. He shared that the overwhelming pressure to maintain the group's success, coupled with personal well-being challenges, often left him feeling isolated. Josh revealed that he would sometimes cry in the shower due to the weight of his depression. To cope with these challenges, Josh turned to gaming as a therapeutic outlet, allowing him to momentarily escape the pressures of his public persona.
The way that I've always dealt with things was through gaming. It's like a whole world you can go and escape in. And the greatest example that I'll use is the reason why I'm here today is because when I was younger, my parents got divorced. And when there was arguments going on or when there was like stuff going on, sat in my room, played Call of Duty all night.
Over time, he's developed healthier coping mechanisms and continues to advocate for mental health awareness, emphasizing the importance of seeking help and supporting one another. During a Sidemen shoot in 2024, Behzinga was blindsided by a sudden violent asthma attack.
Oh no. Yeah, pretty much. It's bad, really bad.
Really bad.
I've never had anything like this. I would even walk into a car and he collapsed.
One moment he was laughing with his friends, filming as he always did, and the next, his chest felt like it was collapsing. His breaths became shallow and frantic, each one harder than the last, as if the air around him had vanished. Panic set in as he realized he couldn't catch his breath, his body betraying him in the most terrifying way. The attack came without warning. As he was rushed to the hospital, every breath felt like a fight against drowning, his lungs burning with desperation. The familiar act of inhaling, something so simple and automatic, became an impossible task. For the first time, Ethan truly feared he wouldn't make it. He later described it as life-threatening.
I was very close to dying. Very close to dying.
That moment shattered him, but it also lit a fire. Ethan refused to let this attack define him. He adopted a new asthma management plan, determined to never feel that helpless again. In 2020, Tobi Brown, affectionately known as TBJZL from the Sidemen, faced a profound emotional journey that resonated deeply with many. During a Sidemen video, when asked about their happiness, Tobi stood apart, silently conveying his inner struggles.
3, 2, 1. Tobi! Yes, Tobi!
Hey, yo,
Tobi! It's alright. Tobi!
Tobi!
Bro. Let me give hugs. Good hugs.
Hey, yo, come here. Give him a hug. Come on. Tobi!
No.
What's up, man?
Later that year, Tobi courageously opened up during a live stream, sharing a heart-wrenching experience of racial abuse he endured while attending a Juventus match in Italy.
When I went to Italy to watch the Juventus game, Juventus Man United, the looks, when I tell you there's this look, I'm not lying, the looks that you get. And I'll be in my head making excuses for these people. Maybe they never seen a black dude before, it's alright. Why am I making excuses for you? F that, man. Dude walking past me doing monkey impressions. What the f?
As he recounted the incident, tears welled up, revealing the deep scars left by such encounters.
I'm so blessed, you lot. I can't tell you how blessed I am.
It was heartbreaking to see Tobi like that. because Tobi is always bubbly. So to see him in that kind of mood and, you know, talking about this kind of stuff, I just remember like trying not to shed a tear watching Tobi on the stream.
This raw vulnerability highlighted the harsh realities that persist even in spaces meant for joy and unity. Despite these challenges, Tobi's spirit remained unbroken. He continued to shine as a beacon of kindness and humanity, using his platform to foster understanding and compassion.
Tobi honestly is one of the nicest people that I know in life. Not even just in the Sidemen, he's one of the nicest people that I know, point blank.
In his nature, he's kind. In his day-to-day life, he's just kind. He always thinks of the nicest thing possible.
Simon Miniminter Minter has been candid about the challenges that accompany his online fame.
How's life now?
It's life. It's a box that I live in. But now, yeah, I just record during the day, stream at night because I can't go outside, and film Sidemen videos 24/7. It's not fun. I can't wait for this to be over so I can choose to sit in my own flat instead of being forced to sit in my own flat.
In his video titled Finally Addressing the Hate, Simon openly discussed the impact of negative comments on his mental well-being, shedding light on the darker side of internet stardom.
I don't know if I want to do YouTube for that much longer. There's that famous phrase that's like, die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain. Something like that, and I feel like it's just like the amount everyone hates everyone online already. It's just like, I don't want to be a part of it. I can't wait to get off the internet.
Despite these challenges, Simon continues to engage with his audience, striving to balance his passion for content creation with the pressures of public life.
I don't know how Simon does it, man. Simon's got all the money in the world. He's got the Simon stuff doing well, and he still grinds. Every day he's posting like multiple videos.
In 2017, the Sidemen faced one of their biggest challenges when KSI announced he was leaving the group and moving to Los Angeles.
Obviously, this is not an easy video to make. Obviously, as you can tell by the title of the video, I am no longer with the Sidemen.
The situation escalated quickly when KSI publicly targeted Ethan Behzinga Payne in a video claiming he couldn't stand him.
Why I'm leaving Sidemen? Mainly because of Ethan. I'd say he was the main reason I'm leaving. Can't stand him.
This triggered a wave of diss tracks, with Ethan responding with drama and Harry Rotershaw firing back with KSI sucks.
Got a girlfriend now, to be fair to you, so tell me, did you sexually harass her too?
Oh my fucking god, Harry. Are you fucking taking the piss? Are you taking the piss? Yo! I'm going to finish you. I'm going to finish you, Harry. Oh my god! Wow!
While the diss tracks were framed as playful banter, there was a genuine tension brewing beneath the surface.
Nah, bro. it was meant to be fake, and then it got fucking real, bro. Harry ruined it. Harry fucking ruined the whole thing. This motherfucker. It was meant to be me and you, Ethan. And that was it.
The drama not only put a strain on their friendship, but also raised doubts about the future of the group. Vicstar123 later admitted it felt like the Sidemen might not survive, especially as KSI seemed more focused on his music career.
At that point, that was the low point in the Sidemen arc, I would say. It was at that point where we were starting to make videos less together. JJ was taking his music more seriously, and it could have been the point everything kind of fizzled out.
Despite the rocky period, the Sidemen managed to turn things around. The unexpected attention from the diss tracks brought them closer together as they realized the value of their bond and the strength of their brand.
Feels right. I want to do this for the rest of my life. Hey. I know you know the vibe. Hey. I want to stay with you every night. Yeah.
You and me underneath the lights.
I'm always new when you're by my side.
Yeah. I know you're on my mind.
Yeah.
You really made me
come alive. Yeah. I want to do it for the rest of my life. Looking for sun rays, leaving them good days. Fly me away, you're my holiday. Cool like the ocean, lost in emotion. Fly me away, you're my holiday. Here it's a good time, strawberry shirts in the sunshine. Ice cold drinks in the moonlight, you're my holiday. Whenever you're here, it's a good time. Strawberry shots in the sunshine, ice cold drinks in the moonlight, you're my holiday.